Good evening. Do not attempt to adjust your radio, there's nothing wrong. We've taken control as to bring you this special show. We will return it to you as soon as you are grooving. Welcome to station WEFUNK, better known as We Funk, or deeper still, the Mothership Connection, home of the extraterrestrial brothers, dealers of funky music, P-Funk, Uncut Funk, the bomb. Coming to you directly from the mothership, top of the chocolate Milky Way, 500,000 kilowatts of P-Funk power. So kick back, dig, while we do it to you in your eardrums. And me, I'm known as
Ishi Hakase.
It has been a long time, people, but it's good to be back. Folks will come up. Where are you, doctor? Where are you, doctor? We need you. We need you. We want to hear from you. Here I am. We had a little break, maybe a little more than a little break, maybe about a year break. Surprising. But we are coming back with a new format. Of course, we're going to continue to lampoon the news, because the news is weird. It's funny. It's shocking. It's goofy. Sometimes it's unbelievable. But hey, sometimes it's a provocation, but it gets us thinking, and we need to know what things are happening around us in the world. We will continue to do news, but I'm also going to tell stories. I've had the good fortune of being able to travel all over the world, and I have seen some things that, are quite interesting. And I share for a couple of reasons. One, hopefully to encourage you to do some of the same things. But two, and maybe more importantly, is that travel is the best way to end bigotry and prejudice. And we certainly need more of that going on in the world. So we're going to do news. We're going to tell stories. I'm definitely going to go on some rants. It is worth ranting about the Great Pumpkin. It's also worth ranting about Methuselah. We won't get into that too much, but when the time comes, we're going to talk about it. And then the other thing is, I'm going to give some advice. Every now and then somebody comes up to me and says, I got a question, I got an issue, and I have some things to share. Now, maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't help. This is this whole thing about advice. You do with it what you want, but I'll give it to you nonetheless. And so if you have some questions, you have some comments, you got a rant of your own, you got an issue, throw it up in the chat. I'll make sure that I'll get to it. I'm going to pay lots of close attention to the chat. We're going to use this as our primary platform to bring people together through shared interests and humor. Lastly, I'm going to do my best to bring on some guests. I got some fellow streamers out there that have some very interesting takes, very interesting perspectives, and we work in a complementary fashion. And of course, we have Gizane, and everybody wants to hear back from Gizane. So I'm going to make sure that I get her back on the platform. So here's one quick one just to set up what we're going to do in 2024. So I had somebody come up to me about 2 weeks ago and say, hey, Ishi bro, I've had my eye on a certain young lady. And I finally got the courage to ask her out. And she looked at me and she said, ooh, let me think about it. So then his question was, Ishi bro, what do you think that means? And hey man, I'm sorry to tell you, that simply means no thank you. She probably likes you platonically. She wants to be friends. She doesn't want to hurt your feelings. But if she's into you, she couldn't wait for you to ask her out. But if she has to think about it, that's a little bit of a stall tactic. So my man, it's really simple. Just move on. You've heard the cliche. There's lots of fish in the sea. Take your time, be patient, be confident in yourself, but don't chase that. That's like throwing good money after bad, and that's probably not going to work out for you. So it's okay. You'll make it. Okay, when we come back for 2024, I'm going to start off telling you all about a couple of trips that I've taken in the last year. So went to Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, New York, Philadelphia, and Italy, and had a great time in all of these places. Met a lot of interesting people. I'm going to put together some things to share with you. And like I said before, hopefully that'll encourage you to go check out some of these spots. Because one of our goals is we want to make the world smaller. We want to make the world less intimidating, and definitely make the world more accepting and more interesting for everybody. So stay tuned, spread the word. You know the whole program about clicking those buttons. Get set up. We're going to come at you at least once a week in 2024. So stay tuned. I see you good. You see me good.